Welcome back to the 601G podcast. I'm Jason, aka JB the Rooster.
I'm Joseph, aka Footsies.
I'm Josh, aka Big Red Bradley.
And I'm Sarah, aka Sarah Bear.
And in this episode, we're talking about 601G and our plans moving forward. We have lots planned and some stuff we're already working on, but we also want to hear from you, so make sure to leave your feedback, ideas, and opinions in the comments so that we can take those into consideration as we move into this new era. So first thing to mention is that just like our last episode, which was nearly a year ago, we are once again recording right after attending Mississippi Comic-Con. I can't believe we've neglected this podcast for that long, but that's just life. We're not going to worry about that today. Instead, let's talk about how Mississippi Comic-Con went. Anybody want to start? Want to give some feedback on how things went and just some general opinions on how Mississippi Comic-Con 2023 was? What about you, Sarah? What did you think of it?
How did I know you were going to ask me? I think it went fantastic. It was really fun getting to see everybody and all of the cosplays, costumes, and the lurkers. I really enjoyed the giveaways. I think that was really fun, getting to meet people and the excitement when they won the giveaways that we did, which was something new. And yeah, I think it just went great. Everybody seemed to enjoy themselves, and we got a lot of new members. So yeah.
Yeah, I think the giveaways was a really good idea. I'm glad we did that. Like you said, seeing people's excitement whenever they won, it's just kind of uplifting. So that was pretty cool to do. Yeah, we also did the rolling the D20 or answering trivia questions to get free keychains, and that was pretty cool, except for when people failed to roll above a 15 or failed the trivia questions, telling them, "Oh, sorry, better luck next time," or whatever. It's that's a little awkward sometimes, but it is what it is. It was still
Especially
fun.
The
Yeah,
kids got me every time.
Yeah, especially when a kid rolled the dice and didn't roll high enough. I was just like, man, I want to just give them the keychain anyway.
I hate that I genuinely missed a bunch of the giveaways because of where I was. I know we'll get into that in a minute, but I didn't even get to participate in any of the giveaways.
Yeah, I feel like I was away a lot whenever we actually gave the giveaway items to the winners of it. But I definitely saw a lot of the excitement when people were signing up for the giveaway and doing the trivia and stuff. But yeah, I was there for one or two of the giveaways, and the winners were definitely very excited. So that was pretty cool. What about you, Josh? You got any thoughts?
I was there along with Joe, having quite some fun with some experienced players on the Street Fighter 6.
The streets.
The streets.
We was in those streets.
Yeah, I got in the streets a little bit myself, but yeah, you two, Josh and Joe, you guys were in there a lot more than I was. I'm worried that that Josh has probably surpassed me at this point because of all the practice he got in at Comic-Con. Me and him were kind of neck and neck the last time we played, but at Comic-Con, I think he got some really good practice in, so I might have to step it up. And of course, we already know that Joe's league's above me.
You come over, I'll run them.
To be fair, it was some people that, like, new faces, old faces, that was actually there for the Street Fighter 6 tournament that were really, really good. And it's like,
oh yeah,
they weren't no pushovers because, granted, I haven't gotten all the practice that I wanted to, but actually being there and meeting those people and sitting down and actually playing a couple games when I had the chance to, it honestly helped me out a lot to see where I stand early in the game. Because yeah, granted, the game just came out like 2-3 weeks ago, so it's like it's still early, but still to be able to see that sort of growth here in our state actually made me happy. And you pretty much it is some talent here. It is some talent here, specifically for Street Fighter.
yeah, I agree with that. I know one of the guys I got to practice against was actually the winner of the tournament on Saturday, and I played him before the tournament ever kicked off, so I had no idea that this guy was going to be that good. And I think out of probably at least 10 matches between me and this guy, probably more like 20 or 30 matches, I think I took a couple rounds off of him. I never won a single match against him. So, I mean, yeah, it's like you said, seeing the talent we have here was really pretty awesome. And it wasn't just that one guy, you know?
I was just about to say, ironically enough, the winner of Saturday's event, his name is Bertel. He's one of the ones that I met, I want to say 2 years ago at one of the I can't remember if it was Comic Con or Anime Fest, but he was one of the ones that sat at the booth with me day in, like from the very beginning to almost the end of the event, and played Power Rangers, because that's where I first met him. So I've known him prior, but
Nice.
I just never knew he was a Street Fighter player, because he plays like fighting games in general. But Street Fighter, he said, is his forte.
Nice.
I could tell. He picked a random set of characters against me and just schooled me up one side and down the other.
Yeah, he played a few different characters against me, and I could barely touch him regardless of what character he played. He even one of his mains is my main, Jury, and so playing the mirror match with him was really eye-opening, and definitely gave me a lot of insight on how to play a better Jury. So like that's just how it goes. You gotta take those hard lessons sometimes.
Oh yeah, you got to lose to learn.
Exactly. So yeah, on that topic, how'd the tournaments go? We had tournament on Street Fighter 6 on Saturday and on Sunday. So Josh, Joe, you guys kind of helmed up that, Joe in particular. So how'd that go?
So right off the bat, it had me tired. I'm gonna just say that much. I was burnt out. I was sweating physically and mentally. But overall, like the showing for the tournaments on both days was actually pretty good. We had some of the same faces that showed up on both days, and it just kind of came out, had fun, got games with each other, traded contacts, and we're all in the Discord together, things like that. And so it's not like we're completely new to each other, but we were new originally. But like sitting down and playing and talking with each other, it went pretty well. And it's like a lot of the guys that's never been out to any of our events, they were talking to me on the side, was asking when's the next event, what can we do to help, things like that. And it's like they just genuinely excited to actually come out, have something here to actually play and to do and just enjoy themselves. And hopefully we could just keep that on, like keep going.
Yeah, that's awesome. We love to hear people asking about when the next one is and how they can help, you know. That's good stuff. Josh, you got anything to add?
Man, I saw some sweaty matches. I saw some nail biters. I participated in some. I did not participate in the tournament because I knew I was going to get my butt kicked, and that was just an area I didn't need the schooling in. But no, it was a good time. We was in the Vans booth, got in to help do some gaming with them, and that was an awesome experience. Comic Con 2023 was successful.
Yeah. The whole convention was just a huge success for us as well as for everybody else involved. But yeah, definitely speaking from our perspective, the convention, the tournament, it was all just a huge success and a ton of fun. And like Joe said, it was exhausting. We were all super tired after 2 days of that, but so worth it.
I still feel like I should have got my megaphone.
I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, Joe, you're loud. You're already loud.
He could have used it. I will give him that.
Yeah, I imagine probably would have been helpful there at Comic Con. I'm sure it was very loud in there at Vans because it was constantly packed in there.
Hey, but when I spoke, they got quiet though.
They
Nice.
listened.
That's nice. Yeah, so since we're already on the topic and we've touched on Battle for the Brackets presence there at Comic Con, talked about how that went. Let's continue this conversation on in-person events, specifically Battle for the Bracket as our fighting game tournaments. So, Joe, is there anything that we can share with the listeners of this podcast at this time regarding Battle for the Bracket, when they might can expect its grand return?
So, as a lot of people already know, we've kind of been in and out of venues. We've been having issues relating to that. But at this given time, if you didn't already notice from what happened at Comic-Con, is we partnered with Vans. Our next event will be hosted at the Vans location in Ridgeland, and it's going to be July 22nd. We're going to be hosting Street Fighter 6 once again, and we're also going to be hosting Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. So that'll be our return. Once again, we'll be at a new venue. So I hope to see everybody actually come out, have a good time as always, and just kind of be mindful and respectful of the new venue. That's my main concern.
Yeah, good concern to have. We're thrilled that Vans has given us this opportunity, and they've been good to us so far. Charles, Travis, and the rest of their team have been really great to work with during the whole Comic-Con event, and with discussions we've had with them, they've been really good to us and working with us. So we just hope that we can continue a good relationship with them and get things popping there at Vans. And yeah, like Joe said, though, we just want everybody to come out, have a good time, and be responsible, be respectful, and don't give Vans a reason to not like us. Don't come in there acting too crazy and getting us a bad rep. I mean,
Definitely.
we're gonna get in there and we're gonna have fun and we're gonna get rowdy, but we gotta be respectful too.
Most definitely. But yeah, it's coming soon. So we're coming back full force once again. July 22nd, gonna be Street Fighter 6, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate.
Yeah, I don't know about you guys, but I'm personally just really excited for that. Like, just seeing where this goes with Vans and seeing Battle for the Bracket back after yet another issue with the venue, and just so much uncertainty with Battle for the Bracket. So I'm just really happy to see it back this soon, and looking to be on a really good note. So I'm really excited to get it going again. What about you, Josh? You feeling pretty excited about it?
As always, I love to see all my good buddies just fight it out on the sticks, on the pads. That's that level of competition and camaraderie is it's a fun experience. And I'm looking forward to making new friends with it, and at the same time, probably going a little bankrupt with the card shop.
You ain't lying. The fact that we are going to be hosting at the the spot in the Jackson area, the big nice card shop, I'ma probably be getting in trouble over that, getting involved in some of the TCG action over there.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna be broke.
Yeah, what about you, Sarah? Do you think you're gonna try and come out for this one? I know it's tough for you being as far away and having to deal with family life and all, but you think you might be able to make it out for this one?
I'm gonna do my best. I have some minis to crawl around on the floor and look at under the tables, so I've got a specific goal in mind. I need to find all of the mini outhouses.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I think it'll be fun.
Yeah, it's a really cool store. I'm with you on the minis. That mini outhouse was very cool.
It was adorable.
Yeah. Yeah, we're definitely hoping you'll be able to make it out there. It was good seeing all of y'all at Comic-Con, so hopefully we can get the gang back together again soon. What about other than Battle for the Bracket, do we have any other in-person events to look forward to? I don't think we personally, as far as 601Gs goes, I don't think we have anything on the books, but what about Vans? They do a lot of events there at the store, right? Anybody want to touch on any of that?
Yeah, I mean they run Magic, Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon. They have tabletop card games. You can name it. But I'm probably going to get involved in the Pokemon TCG for sure.
Yeah, I think I find it a little too convenient that they just happen to do Pokemon TCG on Saturdays. Every Saturday, by the way, for anybody who's interested in that. And that just happens to be, a couple hours ahead of when we're supposed to be there. So, I mean, it sounds to me like maybe we should be there early to get in on that Pokemon action.
I
I
think you
was
read my
slick
mind.
thinking about going tomorrow, but I don't know quite yet.
Yeah, I wish I could, but we got other plans tomorrow already.
But yeah, definitely
And
Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh. I know I'll be dabbling with a little bit. So my pocket is gonna be kind of stressed out.
Yeah, Joe, if I'm not mistaken, they do Yu-Gi-Oh on Saturday nights, which is when we're supposed to be there. So,
Yeah, I know there are OTS for Yu-Gi-Oh as well,
yep, they're an official location for both Yu-Gi-Oh and Pokemon.
and
So,
Magic,
yeah,
all the
and for Magic.
TCGs.
Yeah, they're involved in all of it. And they are an official part of the Adventurers League for Dungeons and Dragons, so they really just do all the nerdy stuff that all of us are into.
It's the place to be.
Yeah, fans is the place to be. I'm glad we were able to get in with them, and I hope we can continue a good relationship with them, as I've already said.
talking on the TCGs, Jason,
Yeah, what you got?
most of them all have an online client now.
That is true. It's funny you should mention
And
that. I was just about to ask about online events and whatnot.
well, I know that we've got quite a few people playing Pokemon TCG online. And I know there's quite a few people in the community playing Yu-Gi-Oh.
This is true.
I'm hoping there's some interest for a tournament, even if there's no prize other than the bragging rights.
Yeah, that's the nice thing about the online events is just due to the nature of it, we're able to, as we've done in the past a few times, we're able to run online events for free. And there may not be a prize every time, but when there's no entry fee, you know, just playing to have a good time and maybe earn some bragging rights, in my opinion, is worth it. So, yeah,
Well,
I think
especially if it's a title I enjoy.
exactly. If it's a game you really enjoy, there's no entry fee to play. Just come out to the Discord server, just join up, get some games in with some people, have a good time, and maybe earn some bragging rights if you do well. I think that's definitely worth it. I know we've done Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel in the past, and we've done Pokemon TCG Online in the past, which is now deprecated, and we've all had to make the move to Pokemon TCG Live. But I think doing
Enjoy the new client. It's not
yeah,
that bad.
no, I think the new client's good. It's had its bugs here and there, but so did online. The old client had lots of issues as well, so yeah, I think if we can get some more online tournaments going for these TCGs like Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel and Pokemon TCG Live, I think that'd be really good. Hopefully the community would enjoy that. I know I would enjoy it. I think the last Pokemon TCG tournament we did on the Discord server, I believe I actually won that one. So I very much enjoyed it.
Boy, I
You
don't
ain't
know.
gonna be able. You ain't gonna
What's
be able to
that?
say that next time.
Ooh, we'll see. We gonna see. We'll find out soon, because I know me and you have already been talking. We're gonna get a Pokemon TCG Live tournament going here pretty soon. Hopefully, by the time this podcast episode goes out, maybe we'll actually have something something going in the Discord server, or at least announced. What about not only online tournaments for TCGs and the like, what other kind of online events might be happening in our Discord server? Sarah, I know you might have a little information on that.
Yeah, so I don't know when the podcast episode will actually go out, but if it comes out before July 7th, on July 7th, we are going to be doing a Goose Goose Duck game night, which is basically Among Us, but with geese and ducks.
Sign
And
me
it's
up.
free to play. Yeah, and it's free, so that's always a plus.
Canadian geese
But we're
are the
gonna just
scariest things on the face of the planet.
right. Well, you actually get to play as geese in this one, and you have rogue ducks that are trying to sabotage your spaceship. So you have to work together to protect yourself from the ducks, I guess. And it's like a cooperative thing. So yeah, it's gonna be fun. I think it's gonna be fun. Hopefully, if it's a great big flop, then we'll know not to play that one again. But we can try, and it's really cute. But we're gonna try to do more of those kind of community nights and game nights and stuff. So we're always up for ideas. So if anybody has any ideas of games that would be fun for a community night, you can message us, and we'd love to hear it. And we're just going to try to get some dates on and some nights so that we can all just hang out and chill in a less competitive manner than the official capacity. So us button mashers can have something we can at least feel like we can contribute to.
Oh, I contribute button mashing.
But yeah, I think that's all we've got right now so far.
Yeah, I mean I think that's exciting. Yeah, like you said, I don't know if this podcast episode will be out before then. Hopefully it will be, but depends on my schedule and how quickly I'm able to get it pushed out. But even if it does come out after the 7th, I'm sure we'll have something else going because yeah, like you said, we're gonna try to get more of these game nights and community nights, whatever you want to call them. We're gonna try getting those going. And I know in the past we've done like Among Us lobbies and Fall Guys lobbies and stuff, and those were a lot of fun. Like we had big turnouts for Among Us, especially. Uh, I don't know, several months ago when we were doing this, and it was just a ton of fun. So if we have to bring Among Us back, so be it. We'll do it. It's a fun game. It's a fun party game, and if Goose Goose Duck goes well, then we'll bring that. But if it doesn't, then we'll try Among Us again or something else that we know will be good. All right. Well, if nobody else has anything on that front, one of the big things I want to focus on personally as we move forward with everything is the 601G brand and creating consistent content under that brand. Content such as this podcast that we have neglected due to busy lives and other personal reasons. Like I said, we're not going to worry about that. That's just life. But, you know, we want to start bringing stuff like that back and being more consistent with it. Maybe we won't be as strict on ourselves as far as the schedule goes, and maybe that'll help us to actually be more consistent when we don't feel so much pressure behind it. But yeah, so that's kind of the point that I'm getting at is we want to bring the podcast back, but not just the podcast. We want to do more. We want to stream and upload content such as, some of these game nights, some of these co-op sessions that we do, some funny moments, Q&As, tournaments, events, whatever. If we can make content out of it, we want to try doing some more of that. And, I know being in Mississippi, one of the big factors that has stopped us from being able to make as much content is just poor internet. Because I know most of us, at least the four of us here on the admin team, as well as a lot of our community members, we just don't really have fast internet, so that makes streaming and uploading kind of problematic. But we're going to do the best we can. We're going to try to make more content as we are able. Just having a bigger presence on social media and content platforms. We want to engage the community with posts on our Twitter, or Facebook, or YouTube, wherever. And we just believe that 601G has so much potential, and it's time for us to really tap into much more of it than what we have been. Anybody got anything to add to that long spiel?
Pretty much hit everything right there.
All right, well that sounds good then. In the past, it's kind of been, I guess you could say, a tradition, or at least I'm trying to start a tradition of podcast episodes where we wrap it up just with a little casual conversation about what have we been up to, like what games have we been playing, or any other interesting nerdy updates for us. So let's say, Joe, what you got going on? What you been playing? What you been up to?
Mainly what I've been playing is a lot of Street Fighter since it came out, since it's fairly recent. So I've just been playing a lot of that, grinding that, just trying to improve there, get knowledge on that moving forward, so I can use that in various different ways. Been playing a lot of different TCGs, like almost every single one of them. It shouldn't be, but it is what it is. And just kind of catching up on my backlog of games because I'm behind on everything.
I feel that. I am so far behind on my backlog. I feel that way too deep.
Yeah, and then a Steam sale.
I know. Gosh.
Another Steam sale.
I always say that it won't get me, and then it does. So I'm not even going to say it this time. What about you, Josh? What you got going on?
I've been heavily playing Pokemon TCG Live, and
Yeah, I noticed that.
since getting a PS5, going to the dark side, I picked up God of War again and did New Game Plus on it, checking it out, and oh man, it feels so good just to play that game again.
Nice.
But I've got an itching in the back of my head, just scratching slowly. It's about time for another Skyrim run.
I knew you were going to say it. I
It's
think
getting close.
if talking about what we've been up to is the tradition I'm trying to start, I think it's your tradition to always mention Skyrim.
It is. It's the greatest game ever made.
Yeah, you mentioned God of War. I bought that during the spring Steam sale and still have not touched it because I just added it to my backlog. I bought too many games during the spring sale and have only touched one or two of them. So,
Well, I highly recommend God of War. It's that's a good one.
yeah. What about you, Sarah? What you been up to? Anything interesting that you've been playing or reading or anything?
Valheim owns a part of my soul. I think about it way too much daily. I don't know, I've been playing a lot of games. You know me, my ADHD, I'm all over the place. I hop from game to game to game. Monster Sanctuary, random little indie title that I got on a fanatical bundle sale that has consumed a lot of my time lately. That one's
I
been
love
fun.
that game.
It's so much fun. I got it in a bundle, forgot I even had it, and started playing it, and now I've got like 40 hours in
It's so
it.
addictive.
Nice.
It's great. It's really fun. Yeah, and now the Steam Summer Sale, I cannot check out right now because I need to narrow down my cart. It is very large at the moment. I
Same.
think 90% of my wish list was on sale. So
Yeah. Big same there.
yeah, need to sell a body part for the Steam Summer Sale. Yeah, that's about it. I've been listening to audiobooks and hyper fixating on Dungeons and Dragons thanks to you guys in Comic Con. So that's where I'm at right now.
Nice. Yeah, I feel that.
What about you, Jason?
Yeah, I've been hyper fixated on Dungeons and Dragons for quite a while now. Josh got me into it several months ago. He DM'd our first session, and well, not just our first session. He DM'd our first short little campaign there, and then I talked to him and decided that I wanted to try a hand at the DMing. And when we finished up that campaign, I took over. We started a new campaign that's kind of set in the same world, and I went down the rabbit hole. I think I like.
You went deep.
I went very deep down the rabbit hole. I think I like DMing more than playing, so I guess that means that my group is lucky that they found their forever DM. But, I've told Josh, you are more than welcome to DM whenever you want to, but it's my spot now. You can borrow it, but it's mine.
I prefer to rage.
Yeah. I think you prefer to play and I prefer to DM, so it works out. Just whenever you get that itch, just let me know, but otherwise we're good.
I prefer to grapple shit.
Oh, I know that very well. So yeah, that's taken up a lot of my time, like a lot of my free time. When we're not playing, I'm planning or prepping for the next session or the next several sessions. I plan so far ahead, it's ridiculous. Which to any big D&D nerds out there, like don't get me wrong, I'm running pre-written modules. I'm still new to this. I'm not writing out complete homebrews. I have gotten a little into writing some homebrew stuff and, adjusting the module to how I like it. But I'm still running pre-written modules, so I'm not that deep.
Yet.
Yet. Not yet. But yeah, other than that, lately I've been spending a lot of time on Breath of the Wild because Tears of the Kingdom. I said that I wouldn't play Tears of the Kingdom until I beat Breath of the Wild. So I started a new playthrough on Breath of the Wild, and I don't know, at least 50 hours into it now. I've gotten pretty far into it, and hopefully I can beat it pretty soon so I can start on Tears of the Kingdom. Right now, that's the only real, that's kind of my video gaming goal right now, is to not get sidetracked with anything else and just beat Breath of the Wild so I can play Tears of the Kingdom. But I have also been playing TCG Live with Josh some, and a little bit during my free time, so gotta have something to mix things up,
And
If I play
TCG Live is perfect for it.
Right, it's great for just getting a game in here and there and just doing something different, because if I played nothing but Breath of the Wild all the time, I'm gonna burn out on it. So yeah, that's pretty much everything I've got going on. Anything else that anybody would like to shout out or mention or just chat about before we actually wrap things up then?
It's all good for me.
All right, well, that is that. Thanks you guys for listening, and thank you three for joining me tonight. And that is the 601G podcast. We are out of here.